We will not issue a judgment on the constitutionality of decades-old treaty between Korea and Japan that Japan uses to deny individual compensation to victims of forced labor during Japan's colonial rule of Korea. That is the verdict by Korea's Constitutional Court today, based on decision that the accord was never meant to serve as a standard for providing individual compensation in the first place. Now, what is the significance of today's ruling and its possible ramifications? Arirang News Foreign Affairs correspondent Kwon Soa reports.
Complainant Lee Yun, whose father died due to forced labor for Japanese companies during Japan's 1910 to 1945 colonial rule of Korea, filed a case to Korea's Constitutional Court in November 2009, saying that a 1965 treaty between Korea and Japan is unconstitutional. It was the longest case to stay unsettled at Korea's Constitutional Court. What came out in Wednesday's verdict is that there is to be no change to the bilateral agreement. At issue was whether Article 1, Clause 2 of the treaty, the Korea-Japan Claim Settlement Agreement, violates the property, rights, and interests of individuals. Had the court ruled in favor of E, Japanese companies would have been made responsible to compensate individuals who they forced to labor during the colonial period. Tokyo claims the issue was settled by the 1965 treaty, a point made again by Japanese Foreign Minister Fumio Kishida on Tuesday when he said he would be keeping a close eye on the ruling without making any prediction about the outcome. The court's decision is receiving extra attention in both Korea and Japan, as this year marks the 50th anniversary of diplomatic ties between the two countries, whose relations since then have been repeatedly strained by historical and territorial issues.
With this decision, I think the individuals who pursue with this case will have some experience difficulties. But the relations between Korea and Japan will have kind of new start. But I think it could have good impact on the other issues, such as comfort woman issue.
Korea's Foreign Affairs Ministry said it had no specific reaction to the ruling, but prior to the ruling earlier in the day, Seoul's Foreign Affairs Minister Yoon Byung-se expressed hope that the court would make a, quote, wise decision. Korea's top diplomat also made note that the international community is watching the events unfolding in this part of the world, as the world is getting smaller and these kinds of issues no longer limited to individual countries. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.